Buongiorno food lovers from all over the world! Today we are going to make homemade pizza, like we make it in Italy. I cook pizza at least once a week, almost every week. I really enjoy it, and in time I learned a few secrets to get the results similar to a restaurant. I'm Gisella and this is my kitchen. I want you to discover the authentic food of my country, Italy. So, let's go! Such all kinds of flatbread, pizza is one of the most ancient foods in the human history. It seems that in the Neolithic age, some populations were already able to prepare something out of flour, water and yeast. The traditional Italian pizza, as we know it, has been invented in 1889 by the Neapolitan chef Raffaele Esposito. It was called Margherita in honor of the Queen of Italy at that time. In centuries, the tradition spread all over the world, where Italian migrants started to settle, and today is probably the most famous Italian food. So, what we are going to cook today? We learn a classic pizza dough using bread flour, water and natural yeast. We'll make a double portion so it will be possible to try two different flavors, mushroom pizza and shrimps and burrata. Okay, so before starting to make our pizza, let's have a quick look to the ingredients we will use. We have two types of flours for the dough. So I have bread flours and all-purpose flours. Then we will have our olive oil, as usual. This is the natural yeast I will use. Then we have some herbs. This is fresh basil and this is fresh oregano. For the topping, we have two different types of mozzarella. This is the classic mozzarella cheese. And this one is the creamier and tastier burrata cheese. After that, the main flavors of our pizza. For the first one, we will use mushrooms. And for the second one, we will use shrimps. And now we can start cooking. So let's start work. I'm ready, as you see. As I told you, we will mix two types of flours. So we will have a part of bread flours and a part of all-purpose flours. I will have 1.5 cups bread flour and 1.5 cups all-purpose flour. Then I have 1 cup of water, 2 teaspoons of salt and a little bowl like this of natural yeast that I prepared this morning. You can use either this natural yeast or dried yeast for bread that you can find easily at the grocery. Just remember, I'm giving instruction and timing for this, but in case you use dried yeast, you will have to follow instruction on the package. Mix the two flours. And I'm adding to this almost all the water, not all of it. At the beginning, I will use this tool. And I will start to mix slowly. At this first stage, I don't want it to be very refined. So I'm showing you how it is the dough now. It's quite raw, you see. I just want to leave it here for kind of 20 minutes or half an hour to allow gluten to develop, and then the dough will be very elastic. This is one of the secrets for a perfect pizza dough made at home. Now, 30 minutes has gone. I want to show you this dough. This became very elastic. You see, I put in my bowl of natural yeast and some more water. I will use this tool to go on mixing my dough. Okay, the last step is to add the salt. This is the second secret for a perfect pizza dough made at home. You mustn't add yeast and salt at the same time, or the salt will kill the yeast. You know that your dough is ready when basically there's no longer water into the cup and when the cup is completely clean. I want to finalize this with hands. I want to show you the right movement in case you decide to make all the dough using hands. Basically, you have to use this part of your hand and you have to press, to flip and press. So, flip and press, flip and press. Okay, now this dough is ready. Basically, it's no longer sticky, it's not full of flour, and it's very smooth. We will make it rest for a first time, about 1 hour in the oven with the light on. So I'm here again with my pizza dough, which has grown for the first time, and now I'm portioning it, so I prepare it to grow a second time. The second time will be longer because I will leave it there for at least 2 or 3 hours. And let's cut this dough into 2 pieces, more or less the same size. Let's work on the first one. My pizza portions are already growing. They are very fast in growing at this time. So basically, very quickly, let's put onto here. Let's cover with some plastic wrap. And back in the oven with just the light on, and we will leave it there 2 to 3 hours. While waiting, let's prepare the topping for the first pizza. Here you are the ingredients. I have 1 cup of canned tomato, 2 small mozzarella or 1 big, 1 cup of mushroom and few leaves of basil. I have cleaned my mushroom and now I will slice them. I put my mushroom into a plate. I add some extra virgin olive oil and a little bit of salt. A second, I'm cutting my mozzarella. Mozzarella needs to be in slice as well. And basically this is it. So this can wait into the fridge until I'm ready to garnish my pizza. Let's prepare now the topping for our second pizza. Here you are the ingredients. Cherry tomatoes, this fresh oregano, 1 burrata. Please note, I will add 1 more in the end because we will share this pizza in 2. So when you share a pizza with burrata, just remember 1 burrata per each person. My shrimps, 1 cup, and a little bit of white wine. Also, this topping is very simple to prepare. So basically the only thing to do is as first to cut my cherry tomatoes into 2 pieces. Now I put them into a plate. I add some salt and some extra virgin olive oil. Now I have to cook my shrimps. I'm putting a few oil into a pan. If you want, you can just add 1 small piece of garlic. I'm adding my shrimps. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, just few wine. They need to cook for a few minutes. Okay, and now I let them warm. I prefer not to use anything that is not edible on garnish of my pizza. So basically I will have to peel my shrimps in order to make them easier to eat. I'm removing the head and then all the skin. So now also the topping for the second pizza are ready. We will put them in the fridge until we are ready to garnish our pizza. Finally, I have my pizza dough ready. It doubled the size, so I know it is ready to be prepared and cooked. But before garnishing and cooking this pizza, I want to show you a tool. This is a pizza stone, and I will put it in the oven, 250 Celsius degrees, and I will leave it there for at least 45 minutes to become very, very hot. So let's go immediately to the first pizza. I have my dough here, and now I have to make it thin. The third secret for a perfect pizza is to use just hands to make this work. So, flour, and then we make it little by little, like this. You see, it's very elastic now, so it's very easy to do this operation. We can put on some canned tomato. Now let's put our mozzarella. Okay. And the mushroom all over. A little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper. We will add the fresh basil once it's cooked. Now let's put it in the oven and let's leave it there for at least 10-12 minutes. Our first pizza is out of the oven. Have a look. So I prepared a second pizza and I'm on to the garnish of this one. As first, let's put our cherry tomatoes. With the leftovers of mozzarella, I prepared with a little bit of milk cream, a little bit of fish sauce that we will spread a little bit all around this pizza. After that, our shrimps. A little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper. And also this pizza will go into the oven for 10 minutes and I will spread with fresh oregano. After it is cooked, I will add on the top 1 burrata for each person sharing. And also the second pizza is ready with our shrimps, cherry tomatoes, and the 2 small burrata on the top. Here we go. And that's all for this time. I wish you liked this tutorial and are ready to prepare perfect pizza at home. Please keep me posted about your experiments. I'm working on more videos about Italian food, so don't forget to follow my YouTube channel, Eat Like an Italian. Have fun and buon appetito!